If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 62 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. We have the third game in the championship today, away from home against QPR at Loftus Road. Probably the toughest test we're going to have faced so far this season. Obviously we've actually played some quite big teams in this season so far, with Reading in the Capital One Cup and of course Leeds away in the opening day of the championship season, along with Charlton at home in the second fixture. But this third one is probably on par with the Leeds game, if not perhaps a little bit harder. Obviously they've got some former Barclays Premier League players in there, and obviously they're quite a strong side regardless. They'd be one of the better sides in the Championship with that side, and they'd probably be able to stay up in the BPL with that side as well. Obviously they've come down and perhaps strengthened in between it coming down and where we are right now, so expecting a difficult game, and Matt Phillips really should have put them 1-0 in front inside the opening 4 minutes, and glorious opportunity there, open goal effectively with so much of the net to aim at there, and he put it wide, which was lucky for me, and then unluckily for me that shot took a massive deflection, but it went out for a corner, so we'll whip it in from the far side. Harriman was the man to get the block. Michael Woods is going to stand it up into the middle. It's actually O'Halloran, the winger, that gets the header on it, and it's Harriman again with the block this time, a header off the line, and Woods, lovely little bit of footwork to work the opportunity, but unfortunately I hit the wrong button and I shot rather than trying to drill the ball across to tap it in the middle, so that's final chance actually got away from me in the end there. But QPR obviously continued to attack. Matty Phillips now on the left hand side, brushes past Lanzoni there with too much ease for my liking, but Pektamek gets the ball inside with wonderful feet. Play a nice one too with Nico Cranchar, the back heel. Good save by the keeper, but it only drops as far as Charlie Austin at the back post, and he does what Matty Phillips couldn't and gets it into the empty net at that far post, and unfortunately we go 1-0 down. So just after the half hour, trying to get ourselves back into it. Nice threaded through ball here actually, and Tom Elliott turns inside really nicely. Nidamanua not able to cope with the turn of pace and the turn of angle on that particular step over, but unfortunately the goalkeeper was on hand to make a good save. Rob Green probably retired by this point, I would presume, in the third season. I might be wrong, but they were playing a guy called Phillips, I believe it was, in goal, and no, Murphy, sorry, and somehow Michael Woods wasn't able to get us back on level terms there. That was similar-ish to how they scored theirs. A good first save by the goalkeeper, followed up by a chance to head it into an empty net. This time we were unlucky, and again we're going to be on the attack at the start of the second half. It's Razor with a shot, not the most of power behind it, but the accuracy was pretty good. Headed towards that bottom corner. It was only another top save by Murphy that stopped it from going into that bottom corner. They made a change and brought in Adel Tarat, so we're going attacking in the second half. QPR perhaps trying to kill the game off. We were still having our chances on the attacking front though, but that one was a little bit tame, so I brought on James Wilson for Tom Elliott up top, and Ryan Donaldson for Michael Woods in the midfield. So we had a very attacking team out right now with two offensive centre mids and obviously two very good strikers with James Wilson and Kwesi Appiah up top. Wilson was going to get involved immediately though, tries to take it round Nedum, gets crunched and goes down injured, and he is going to have to come off. So literally 5-6 in-game minutes after coming on as a substitute, James Wilson is going to have to be substituted off. Now I wasn't too sure what to do here because obviously, as you can see, my centre mid was knackered, and I didn't have any other strikers on the bench, so I put the more tired guy up top alongside Kwesi Appiah, so we have less of less exertion perhaps up top, and I brought on Riku Ring in the midfield to make sure we could perhaps build the chances better and then try and nick it with Kwesi up top. Wonderful tackle from Matteo Lanzoni there a few minutes later, and for some reason the referee decides to give a penalty there. Baffles me. No idea why. You'll see the actually may have been Paul Downing that had the challenge, but you'll see from the replay how good is that tackle. It was Matteo Lanzoni. A wonderful challenge. Referee points to the spot, so Charlie Austin has the chance to kill the game off. It's Abogo versus Austin. It's actually a very well placed penalty down to that bottom right hand corner, but Abogo gets down to it, pushes it round the post, but we weren't able to create anything else before the end of the game. So unfortunately our first defeat in the championship season comes away from home against QPR, but we are still on 6 points after 3 games, and to be fair, we had a fair amount of chances in that game, so signs that this is going to be a more difficult season in the Championship, but the manner in which we played gives me confidence that we can still have a competitive season here in this third year and maybe push for the playoff spot to try and get ourselves in the Premier League for Season 4. But as you can see, James Wilson's going to be out for 4 weeks, and we head from the 27th of August, where that game was, into transfer deadline day. This was between deadline day and the game, though. Pierre-Sylvain Abogo still getting offers for him, which weirds me out because he's not that good a goalkeeper. But I looked at Davide Coppola because, of course, we had him on loan last year, but unfortunately his wages have risen from 7,000 last year to 25,000 this year, so I won't be able to bring him in again. But as you can see, we're accepting a loan offer for Andrew Mawat, as for some reason it said remaining wage budget there boosted to 4,497. It wasn't, it was 3,400, which is quite strange that it told me it was 4 there, added an extra 1,000 on, unfortunately. So we're looking to bring in another goalkeeper if we possibly can, to help with rotation, a stronger goalkeeper now that we've got the extra funds available. We're also perhaps going to have some more funds available thanks to the sale of Robbie Simpson here. He's currently unhappy, as you might expect, with the fact that he's not getting any football right now with the introduction of James Wilson, although Wilson now out for 4 weeks. But still, moving him on if we possibly can, asking Walsall for a little bit more money if they'd be willing to part with it, and still trying to get Mohamed Sobi to accept that contract offer. They didn't want to pay 200k, but they did offer me 180, so I did accept that from Walsall. So Robbie Simpson is going to be on his way, and we've had another counter offer received from Mohamed Sobi, so we'll offer him another contract, obviously trying to manage the pennies and make sure we don't spend too much whilst trying to bring in another player, so that we might have enough left to bring in 2 if possible with the sale of Robbie Simpson. And you'll see from the next couple of clips that Robbie Simpson is moving on his way, and we'll add that money to the transfer budget. But we're trying to bring in a replacement striker. Obviously, as you can see, Fabian Caseda is a free agent, as is Mohamed Sobi. But as you can see from the message, I got quite confused about this because he's a free agent, but he said to me, "I've reviewed your contract offer with my agent, and we can't agree your conditions because I've been playing for this club for a long time and want to retire here." He's not at a club. He's a free agent. So it's the game bugging out again. It's really strange, saying he doesn't want to sign to me because he wants to retire at the club he's at when he's not at a club. So I can't begin to explain that, but we're still trying to work out a deal with Fabian Caicedo here to bring in another striker, offer him £3,200 a week, and as you can see, adding the money we made from the Robbie Simpson deal into the budget, which means we now have £7,100 to play with wage budget wise, and again getting offers for Sylvain Abogo. I don't really understand why, but we'll continue to reject those because I need him. He's my best goalkeeper at 60 rated, so we need to start improving the squad if we possibly can, and seeing as we aren't going to be able to bring in the aging Sobi, we're going to go for this guy on loan, Gregor Zabret for Zabret from Swansea. Only £4,000 a week, so hopefully he can come in. That would mean that we don't have enough money to bring in Caseda, the other striker we're looking at. So I'm looking at Santiago Bologna here, an on-loan striker from West Brom, perhaps at 18 years of age. Only has £2,250 as a wage right now, so we could afford to bring in both he and the goalkeeper from Swansea. And again, rejecting an offer for Abogo, and again, going to be rejecting an offer for Ivan Santillan, obviously our best left-back, so he's going absolutely nowhere. But it's been a very busy deadline day to this point, and as you can see, the contract offer has been accepted by Caseda, and the loan offer for Zabre has been accepted, and the loan offer for the other striker, was it Bologna from West Brom, was being accepted as well. I wasn't too sure what to do here, because obviously we can afford at present to bring in 2 of the 3 players. And again, yes, the loan offer for Santiago Bologna was accepted. So I can afford to bring in either both the strikers or this striker and the goalkeeper at this present moment in time. So I still wasn't sure what to do. We're continuing to get offers for Abogo, our present first team goalkeeper, as we head probably into the last 3 or 4 hours of deadline day now. And then we get this deal come up. An offer from Crewe, which is more than he's valued at, for Liam Hughes, and that would free up the cash to be able to bring in all 3 of the other players we're looking at. So I did accept that offer for Liam Hughes, and as you can see, that means we can now, whilst remaining to stall this particular deal, I think. Oh no, I did accept this one, apologies. I always forget the order in which I do things. I then accept this one for the striker as well. So we've got 2 new strikers at the club, and then we'll use the money from the Liam Hughes deal to bring in Gregor Zabre, the goalkeeper, as well. As you can see, confirmation. Liam Hughes has moved on. £180,000 of the £210,000 will go into our transfer budget, and I can, of course, change that around, make sure it all goes into wages so we can afford the loan bid. But another big offer this time, more than twice what his value is for a Bogo. It's baffling me because he's never had any interest in him before, and now we're in a higher division. Everybody seems to want to sign him, but continuing to reject the offers for Santillan as well. And now you can see we've got a big boost to our wage budget, which means we can now afford to bring in the other goalkeeper from Swansea, Zagre, or Zab. I still don't know how to pronounce that. You guys will have to try and correct me in the comment section, but that's him in now as well. So we have two good goalkeepers continuing to reject offers for Abogo. So he and Zagre will be our first team goalkeepers on a rotation basis. Looking also to spend my last few pennies on this youngster. We've got a few players that are being scouted right now by my youth scout, and it seems that Joe Dunk has potential of 69 to 87, so I'm going to bring him up to the youth squad. I won't get him into the first team until after the 1st of May, where youth players seem to take a big boost in their overall rating, so we'll wait until then to bring him up. But right now, it looks like he could be a decent player for us in the future, so we'll have to keep our eyes on him in the youth squad and monitor his development. But right now, despite losing that game against QPR, we are still third in the table after 3 games, and nobody has managed to put together a 100% record so far, although Brighton and Blackburn, along with Ipswich and Wigan down there in 7th and 8th, remain the only teams to be unbeaten so far. So it's still all to play for. Obviously, there's still 43 games left to go in this championship season. Encouraged by the start, definitely encouraged by the way that we've boosted the squad, even just on deadline day, let alone in this whole window combined. But that is going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. We're getting so close to 50,000 subs now. Be great if we could hit that in the next week or so, so definitely hit that sub button if you aren't subscribed to the channel already. Check the channel page itself for anything you may have missed over the past few days, whether it be this series, the My Player series, or the Liverpool Career Mode series. There was a vote to be done in the My Player series earlier on this afternoon as well, so definitely check that out. And tomorrow we'll have an episode of this, and actually no My Player tomorrow afternoon, because it's going to be the follow-up health video, so that will be coming to you at 12 PM tomorrow. But we'll be streaming FIFA 15 tonight, so check the channel, or check the link in the description, for my Twitch channel, and follow that over there, and of course follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with everything that goes on with me as well. But that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.